So the Ping G425 range is being released, and in this video I'm going to test the fairway woods, the hybrids and the crossovers. So brand new clubs to the market, and what I want you guys to get is some really good feedback on how good these clubs are compared to what the manufacturers are saying. I think the key is as well is we know they're going to be decent, but in the fairways, the hybrids and the crossovers, I think there's multiple clubs that can do the same distance of shot, but maybe the ball flies differently to get there. So today's video, I'm going to do some just basic testing on the range, and then I'm going to go out onto the course simulator and put some situations in play and see how, even though the ball goes the same distance with different clubs, how you might choose the best club to suit your game. Right, so like I said in the introduction, first of all, I'm going to just do some simple range testing. I'm going to go 3 wood, 7 wood, 3 hybrid, 7 hybrid, 2 crossover. Look at how far I'm hitting these clubs, how far I'm carrying it, maybe a little bit of total, just to give me some ideas how these perform relative to what I would expect with these type of golf clubs. But then I'm going to go out onto the simulator, going to see which ones are good at getting the ball in play from the tee, and then probably most importantly for golfers, how good are these clubs hitting into the green, and which of these clubs might kind of be overlapping with each other, where you might be making a decision between, am I putting a 3 hybrid in the bag or am I putting a 7 wood in the bag? We can see how they perform and hopefully let you guys make some better decisions on what's going in your bag for this year. So when we look at the 3 wood, so the fairway woods and the hybrids have got the face wrap technology. So now not just the insert in the face, but it's starting to go up onto the crown of the club, round the sides a little bit more, and the idea being a little bit more face flex, so improved ball speeds across the face. Certainly when you look down at the golf club and you look at the top, I really like that clean look, just those 3 simple dots on there. Kind of looks a little bit old school, if anything. And what I really like and always like with the Ping fairway woods is that nice shallow face, which makes it look like it'll be really easy to hit off the floor. So let's hit some shots with 3 wood and see how it performs. Feels like a bullet. So absolutely flush that one. 237 carry, 251 total, 109 feet peak height. So that's absolutely on the money for what I'm looking for a 3 wood. Let's hit another couple of those though before we move on to the 7 wood. Now that one again, good solid strike, just not quite as far, but still 220 carry and 228 total. And again, nice and high. Right, one more off the floor. I love that. Love how that feels. Maybe just a smidge heavy, but that feels good. And that last one, maybe a little bit back on where I would be looking for, but certainly off the floor, that's really good. And I had the G410 in my bag for a long time, and I've currently not got it in the bag, but that's a definite contender to go straight into my bag because I love the look, I love the feel, and the numbers are there or thereabouts what I would want. Now I'm going to hit a couple just off a little tee. I don't hit 3 wood a lot off a tee, but let's just see what the performance is like and then go from there. Absolutely ripped it. There's my little draw. 240, 257. And what I do like with that, it's almost like I would only tee it down low like that, but that's almost the same performance off the tee as I get off the floor. Obviously with the ball in the air, a little bit more forgiving potentially, but yeah, that's good, and can hit that nearly 260. So a little bit high toe, but should still be playable. 222 and 235. Right, so that's the 3-wood. Kind of does what I would expect that to do. So the club that I'm most interested in, I think for me personally, is 7-wood. Now I did a video a few weeks ago about should I put 7-wood in my bag. This was actually the club that inspired that video, but at the time I made it, I wasn't allowed to talk about this particular 7-wood. So, again, let's hit a few. I'm thinking 205, 210 carry on a good one. Ooh, that was a little bit longer than I thought. But a 214, yeah, that was good. That was good. Okay, let's go again. That was maybe just a little flatter than I thought. Maybe got me a couple extra yards because of the trajectory. That's the one. Look at that. 213 yards carry. 135 yard peak height. Now that, when we go out onto the simulator for the course situations, as long as I do my bit and hit it straight enough, I can just see that landing on the green and stopping really easily. So let's maybe just go one off a tiny tee like we did with the 3-wood. A little pushy, but again, over 200 yards, super high. And yeah, I'm going to be interested when I hit shots into the green at that kind of carry distance, just to see how quick that actually stops. So I mean, 3-wood and 7-wood, you know, doing what I would expect them to do. Do I see more ball speed, you know, more distance out of the mishits? I don't know, that's tough to tell. So let's switch on to the 3 hybrid. Now, I always think hybrids are a tough one for me because I don't love hybrids. I always feel like they're going to go left, but to not preempt the shot, I'm going to try and just make my normal swing and see again how this performs. My initial thought with these is obviously still got the same face wrap technology, weight towards the back, get that CG back and low. My initial thought though is 19 degree on this one. I'm thinking this might carry about the same distance as 7-wood, even though the 7-wood's 20.5, so more lofted, but it's got a longer shaft. So we might see similar carry distance, maybe just expecting to see different height of shot. So 3 hybrid. Yep, a little bit out the toe, so that one's gone great for a bit of a miss hit. It's a good strike. And yeah, very similar distance to the 7-wood, but obviously quite a bit lower. So going to see maybe a little bit more rollout, but if you like hybrids, that'll tick the boxes. Now, definitely a different one for this year though, it's the 7 hybrid. Now, I think I might be right in saying this is the first time in a long time, maybe ever, that Ping have done a 7 hybrid as a release. Now, I've just tested the G425 Ions. And what I would say with the G range of irons is they're quite a strong loft, which is great for ball speed, but potentially the golfer who struggles getting the ball in the air, as good as the CG is nice and low in that, Might struggle a bit with 7-iron. I know that sounds a really kind of bold statement, but even in fittings, I see golfers who struggle getting the ball in the air, but they're very good with hybrids. So I can definitely see 7 hybrid being a good option for golfers. You've just got to be willing to try it, because I still think there'll be maybe a stigma attached to you're not a good player if you've got a 7 hybrid in the bag. Not into that. Just put what in the bag, what helps you play best. Now, the one thing that's instantly noticeable like this is I can see so much of the club face. I mean, 34 degrees. So, let's go. Right, 161 carry. So back a little bit of where I would expect 7-iron to go in the G425s. But again, look at that height, 131 feet. Yep, look at that, 161 carry, 162 total. So kind of irrelevant of how much backspin that's generating. Look how high that goes, and that's why that's going to stop super quick. And for me, be very versatile. Definitely going to do once I'm in England, and we're currently in lockdown. So once the weather's a bit better and I can get out on the golf courses again, I'm going to go out on the course and do some videos with the 7 wood and 7 hybrid and show at different lies how good they are. But so far, everything really good. Now that moves us nicely into the crossover. So again, Ping are saying with this that the idea of the design is still to get that great ball speed across the face with the hollow head, but this particular design to maybe try and get the ball in the air a little bit more. Now this is the 2 hybrid, so I'm not expecting to hit this super high. Oh, that felt quick. Yes, you can see much flatter, but 223 carry, 241 total. So yeah, that is a real, I mean, I do hit the ball a decent height anyway, so at 88 feet, that's still relatively high. But you can see with the run there, it'd be tough to land that on the green and stop it with a stock shot. I think this is potentially a club that, if you play links golf, or maybe more off a tee as a fairway finder. Let's see how this works. That's a little bit toey. But again, pretty good for a bit of a miss hit. 208, 224. So I mean, just in testing mode there, I think all the clubs perform really well. They're all set well for me. And I know there's a lot of debate at the moment about, is custom fit worth doing? You know, for me, if you're going to buy a new product, why would you buy off the shelf? Why would you not hit it first, get some good feedback, and see if it's beneficial to your game? But so far, the 5 clubs I've tested, really good in test conditions. So now let's get out onto the simulator in some different course situations and see how they perform when there's a bit of pressure on me. Maybe my strike won't be there, maybe the swing won't quite be there, but let's see how the clubs perform when there is an outcome that counts. Right, so I've come out to the 18th hole on PGA National. Par 5. First thing here is let's get the ball in play, let's hit some fairways. So I'm not going to hit all 5 of the clubs because personally I wouldn't hit a 7 hybrid or a 7 wood off the tee. But I'm going to hit 3 wood, 3 hybrid and the 2 crossover. We know roughly how far these are going to go, but it's how good am I then at getting the ball in play? And ultimately, how good is the equipment where if I maybe don't quite get it, does the ball stay in play enough to be beneficial for me? So let's go 3 wood first. Smoked it. Down that left side. There's a fairway finder. So that was good. Now, I'm just, to kind of keep this as realistic as possible, I'm not going to hit the same club over and over, so I'm just going to alternate for now. So 3 wood in play, 3 hybrid. Now, for me, I still think I'd expect this just to turn over a touch, so I'm going to aim a little further right. Again, felt a great strike. Another one in play. So that was good. Really good strike. Yeah, 209, 218. So probably more fitting my eye would be the 2 crossover. So again, let's see if we can get this one in the fairway. Is that going to hang on? Is it just drifting? So yeah, a little bit wide. It's dry, but so far, crossover's missed. So let's go back to 3 wood. Ooh, a little bit bottomy. Tight down the left again. Okay, so that's a missed fairway. Hybrid. Definitely don't seem to turn this hybrid. So that one just hanging out to the right and that one's wet. So that takes me back to crossover. That one was way out the toe. And a big left one. So you can see, hard as it is sometimes, when you're just on driving range mode and it's kind of a bit carefree, the ball's in play and that's good. So far, the equipment not making up enough for little mishits with me, but that's okay, I don't mind that. So let's go 3 wood again. So I've just drawn 3 wood a tiny bit on those first couple. That felt great. That one's actually stayed straight, but again, on the short stuff. So 2 out of 3 in play with the 3 wood, sorry, 3 hybrid. Again, hang on, that should land soft with that trajectory. So again, another one in the fairway. Now it's quite a funny one, isn't it? Because I made the point that I wouldn't hit the 7 wood or the 7 hybrid off the tee as a fairway finder. But actually the 3 hybrid goes about the same distance as the 7 wood. So maybe that would be an option if you're picking between the 2. I think we'll see maybe more of a difference with the shot into the green. So let's go one more with crossover. So felt good, but just turning down that left side. So off the tee, no fairways found with the crossover, 2 with the 3 wood and 2 with the hybrid. So certainly off the tee, that's not in the running for me personally. So this is the acid test now. We're out on the fairway. Really tough second shot. You know, it's bunker at the front, water across the right-hand side. I'm 239 yards from the flag, and it's about 225 to carry the bunkers at the front. So I'm going to hit a few 3 woods at this green. I'm going to go stock swing first, see how it works out, and then make any adjustments I need to make. So a little bit toey, and that one coming up short left. Okay, so I reckon there's not many times I would hit the green from this range, but let's go again. Again, felt really good. Oh, there we go. After just doubting myself, an absolute ripper into the green. And you could see that one actually stopped nice and quickly on the green. I'll be honest, tempted not to hit any more with those because that was absolutely perfect. So let's go. I know my stock one can land on there, so let's go one more, see if I can get that on or see if that was a lucky one. Again, good strike, soft. Greenside bunker, but I would take that anytime from, if you're hitting full 3-wood into the green, if you hit the green, it's a great shot. I'd absolutely take, even the first one wasn't perfect, but was in play and felt I had my shot from there. Now, because I'm a bit picky, I would probably say, could I work one in from left to right here with this club? Let's have a little look. Felt a good swing. Is it just shaping too much? It's wet. So there's a little lesson there for you as well, guys. As well as this being a review, if you got a shot into a green that's a tough one like that, go with what you know. High cutty one with me with 3-wood, not my shot, and that's proved that perfectly. So let's move a little bit closer. Right, so 210 to the flag. So let's go hybrid first of all, which probably before kind of hitting 7-wood, I would say I've got more chance of hitting the green with the 3 hybrid than the 2 crossover. And having hit the tee shots, I'd probably say that's very much the case. But let's just see how this stops if I can hit the green. So it's a good strike. It's high. Oh. Hello. Golf's a challenging game, making decisions, isn't it? So, right, let's go 7-wood, because that's the one that probably for me is the most interesting one at the moment. I think I'm going to struggle to hit it closer than that, but let's go 7-wood into the green. Now a little bit thin. So it's gone a bit further, it's gone a bit flatter, so that's rolled out, but I love that for a missed hit from that range. So that's still a great shot. Now, crossover. Not sure I fancy this one if I'm being honest. Right, so crossover into the green. No. So you can see carry-wise was probably a little bit long, but was very flat. And I think even if that had landed on the green, that had stopped. So I would say for me, I'm not even going to hit anymore because I think I'd have to try and do something different with the crossover and hit that high cutty one, which we've already seen isn't my best shot. But I do think if you play links golf, or you're somebody who hits the ball quite high already, that isn't into 7-wood or hybrid, crossover, depending on loft for you, could be a great option. Right, so let's go 3 hybrid again into the green. Oh, just fly. Oh, just short, a couple of yards short. Felt a good solid shot. And to be honest, I wouldn't be massively disappointed with that. So that missed the green though. Okay, so 7-wood. The door is ajar. That felt a bit better than the first one. Stay there. Actually just a couple of yards long again and missing the green. But not disappointed with that at all. So let's go hybrid again. Just have one more with each of those. I have to say the hybrid is really surprising me so far. Might be a bit left. Yeah, a little heavy, a little left. And I just wonder with me sometimes with hybrids, I kind of got it in my head that I don't like it and I just need to maybe get one in the bag and stick with it. Right, 7 wood. Felt good. I think it's going to be a touch left. Yeah. Oh, it's a tough one, isn't it? The hybrid and the 7 wood, very, very similar for me. Don't know. Maybe still slightly leaning towards the 7 wood, but maybe a little bit more testing for that. So again, let's move a bit closer now and see how the 7 hybrid works. Right, so even though I don't think they go the same distance, I'm actually just going to compare the 7 hybrid to the 7 iron. Obviously, I've done the review on the irons already, so let's go 7 iron first into the green. Maybe just a little bit thin. Yeah, take that. And as I would expect, you know, I'd expect to be hitting greens with a 7 iron. Now that is up into orbit. Look at that. That was incredibly high and soft. Still really good spin as well. 7,300 spin. Okay, 7 iron. So, a little heavy, a little left, and in the bunker. Right, so 7 hybrid again. I felt a tiny bit out the toe. Oh, again though, look at that. That is seriously impressive. Right, let's go 7 iron again. Let's have a good one with the 7 iron. Maybe a little drawy. Yeah, left. So distance-wise was good with the 7 iron. Don't dislike that. Not the best swing. I think I probably would with the offset on the G. Probably need to aim a little bit further right with the iron. Okay, let's see if we can get one in. Again, felt good. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, that 7 hybrid. Oof, should I be having a bag of hybrids as well? Right then, guys, so we could see there the kind of 3 wood, 7 wood, 3 hybrid, 7 hybrid, and crossover. Initial range testing showed that they all perform very much as I would expect. Out on the course, on the simulator, off the tee, definitely the crossover didn't really work for me. The fairway wood and the hybrid were great. And then into the green, 3 wood was good, really good into the green. 7 wood and 3 hybrid, very similar to each other. I think that then becomes that personal choice on what I want flight and trajectory wise. And then the 7 hybrid was ridiculously easy. I mean, so good. That really, really surprised me. Right then, guys, so I hope you enjoyed the review there of the Ping G425 Fairways, hybrids and crossovers. So again, great product, really fits in perfectly with the driver and the irons that have just been not necessarily released everywhere yet, but about to be released. But still for me, the important thing is that you get along, whether you call it fitted or trialing some clubs, Get some feedback, see what works best for you, and particularly when so many of these clubs are kind of slightly overlapping with each other, I think it's important that you make the right decision so that you get the best club in your bag or clubs to help you play your best golf. So guys, hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, like it and share it, comment below and I'll get back to as many people as I can. If you've enjoyed today's video and you don't currently subscribe to my channel, please click the button below, ring the notification bell, and then you'll find out whenever I drop a new video. Follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here soon. Stay in contact.